Okay, we'll start sitting, so just get comfortable. Could be cross-legged, could be legs out in front of you or arms behind you. And just give yourself a gentle side-to-side sway here. So in Tai Chi, we don't find alignment by using our muscles to push into it. You just give yourself a sway, so alignment is something that happens from the inside out. And then create your connection between breath and body here. So a few really deep breaths. Every inhale giving your body a nice lift, you sit a little taller. And every long exhale, you just soften. Everything you got gets a little more movable. So your next breath lifts you from movable, easy up. And then long exhale, softening back down. This time everything kicks in. So your breath begins, body follows, and everything lifts up, arms high. And then slowly, softly let it come back. Try that a couple more times. Big inhale, fill all the way up. Easy exhale, soften back down. And last lift. Big inhale, fills up. So breath and belly and chest and arms all the way up. And then let it go. Give yourself another side to side. Another principle in Tai Chi is you don't move something until you unweight it. So we leaned over to one side to unweight the opposite leg, and then it swung around. And we're heading to standing, but we're not in any particular hurry to get there. So for me, this is morning. Could be a nice morning routine for you too. Really nice to roll around on hands and knees a little bit. Leaning to the right, so the left leg's unweighted. It just steps forward, a little roll of the hip. Try the other side. Lean to the left, a little roll of the right hip. Steps that right foot forward. This is a way of practicing coming up to stand in the most natural, least amount of effort way possible, which happens to be the way that's the most efficient for your body. Puts the least strain on vulnerable areas like your hips and back. And is also really healing for your body to move in this way. So you're not putting tension into your body when you're doing things that are just basic, like standing up and sitting down. So we'll try that once more. That's a good one. Coming on down. Hands and knees. Going to rock a little side to side. And if I want one leg to move, I'll lean to the opposite side and use my hip to move that leg. So I'm going to lean to the left, right hip rolls forward, leg just comes forward. And this time I'm going to roll my hands all the way around and then walk right on up my legs. So I'm my own ladder. And then I'm just going to come on back to center and stand here. And big inhale, fill all the way up, open. Let it go, rock a little side to side, just easy, every bit of you. We'll take some breaths here. Big inhale, fill up. Easy exhale, soften. You can cross your wrists here. Big inhale, opens, big sunrise breaths here. Easy exhale, soft. So whole body together. It's not just my belly, chest, and arms lifting. My knees, legs, everything softens as I breathe out. Everything lifts as I breathe in. And I'm going to go into a little bit of a shimmy here. It's kind of a wiggle test. If you wiggle from your belly and the rest of you is easily movable, you're in good shape. And then we're going to wake up our chi here. So just shaking at the wrists, letting that ripple all the way up through your arms. This is a kind of neat effect. It means you'll be able to feel a little bit more in your hands and arms as you go through these movements. Then a little bit more of a shimmy test here. You want to see that when you move either slowly or a little faster from your belly, that the rest of you just kind of goes along for the ride. So here I'm doing some basic strikes straight forward, not trying to move my arms forward, or in this case trying to move them in a block side to side. They're just moving as a consequence of how I'm moving my hips. So just play with this. Doesn't need to look exactly like me. You want this movement to come out of you, come out of your middle. So don't worry so much about looking over your shoulder trying to look like me. Just let it arise naturally out of you. There's all ways of practicing moving your whole body together, seeing if you can get that movement start to originate from your belly and hips. We're just doing some side-to-side swings here, letting your arms impact on your back and front there. It's nice for your elbows, your shoulders. And I'm inhaling, lifting center, exhaling into each foot. So the weight is shifting side to side at the same time as I'm gently rolling my belly around to face one way or the other. And now I'm starting to add some lift. So inhale through center, exhale down, inhale center, exhale down. So I'm not, again, trying to lift my arms here. They're just going along for the ride of my breath. And as I open up my belly, they lift. So I'm going to take another big inhale up. And now we're going to do a practice called getting out of your own way. So as I shift into one foot and then the other, the opposite hip opens, and I just do a little bit of a toe touch. And my arms are just swinging across. If I didn't get out of my own way and hit myself here, so you can play around with that a little bit. This is actually super invigorating. Doesn't look like much, but this will really get you going in the morning and be really nice and energizing. So you can play with this same length as the video. You can keep going with NFVs as long as you want. But big breaths are important here. So big inhale, lift, exhale, swing. Big inhale, lift, exhale, swing. And most of this movement is actually just happening by rolling your middle around and using your breath to open up from your belly to your middle and upper chest. And we're going to do some side to side. So your wrists are crossed, and you can trade that cross as you come through center, or you can just keep it. It doesn't have to be too complicated. This is a nice belly and chest opener. You can really open up your upper chest at the top of the breath. So inhale, up, oh. Easy exhale, drop center, try the other side. Big inhale, up and open. Easy exhale, center. So for this one, feet are planted, and you're still moving your weight from side to side. Then we'll come back through center and do another little shimmy. We're going to go into something that doesn't really have a name. Let's just call it matrix arms. So getting your arms to move again, originating with your breath, rolling from your middle. And then that begins the movement of the arms, so it takes much less effort to get them to go where you want them to go in these sweeping opening motions than if you just originated your movement from your arms. So this is a much more capable, efficient, effective way to move. It requires much less effort, so you're not depleted when you need more effort in order to accomplish bigger challenges. So some of these movements are side to side, like this one. Arm is sweeping across. And then some of them are straight forward and back. And you can arch way back like that. You can stay more vertical if that feels nice to you. Just getting your body going, moving everything you've got in every direction you can move it. It's really as simple as that. Taking our normally linear everyday movement and dropping the linear and getting movement in every direction. Bringing all of our parts into harmony, every part with every other. We're going to go back into a little side-to-side movement. Just do some hold the ball in the center and then strike to the side. Again, this is a movement that originates from your belly and your hips, weight shifting from one leg to the other as you roll your belly to face one way or the other. So when you're first learning Tai Chi, much more important than the details of the form, what it looks like, is just figure out your body. See where you might be carrying some tension, see how you're moving. Learn to move your whole body as one body, every part of you coming into harmony with every other part. And then the form kind of takes care of itself. That's a really valuable way to focus what you're doing for the first days, months, years, first 10 years. So that's our little Tai Chi practice for today. Hope you had a good time and keep it going.